listening to the Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts. Intelligent talk.
Hey, happy Tuesday night, folks. Welcome to the program. This is Scotty Roberts, your host right here on the Intrepid radio program. That's over at the Odyssey Radio Network. That's ODYSY1.com. Come on over and see all the goodness that's Odyssey Radio. And at the same time, you're listening here. If you're seeing this show right now, you're live. You're watching it on my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Mr. Scotty Roberts. If you're not a member of this channel, click the little join button down below, and you can become a member of this channel. Show is always free. It's open to everybody. Chat room is open to everybody, but if you want to show your support, go ahead and join, become a member. And I just want to answer Roger Rabbit right away. Roger, just for you, we're bringing in the whole family, and at the same time, we're late by a couple of minutes. So enjoy. Don't unsubscribe, Roger. So actually, we have family. We have lots of family over tonight. We have Chef David Potter. My good friend Dave Potter is over, and he spent the whole afternoon preparing some of the salmon that Rainey caught up in Alaska. And so Rainey's mom and stepdad came over, and his parents were over. And we had neighbors John and Bree were over. Hey, Bree out there somewhere. Hey, John, if you're listening, if you're not out there right now. And all our kids running around. So there were our 3 kids and their 2 kids. So we had 6 kids. 3 and 2 is 6. Did you know that? So a whole house full of people. And we were having some beers. I had a nice Guinness. I wouldn't classify that as beer. I would classify that as Guinness. It's a stout. And so I had a good time with that. So Roger, by the way, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Love seeing you here. My love to Carly and to Kinsey as well. Hope things are good at home. Master Finn, good to see you. Glad that you are in the show tonight. And glad to see you here, as always. That's a super spreader event to me. Whatever you're talking about. So I worked out, then popped into Rocky's. He was doing laundry. I missed it, but I'll run it. I didn't see his show, Steph, tonight. Because we had family all over. Everything was going on over here. And Doug Stack, good to see you here, but not here, as you said. And let's see, we got Field Guy. I'm disappointed. Barely anyone on my live. The world is against me. You're missing spaces between your words, Field Guy. You must be upset. Steph was doing laundry. Got it. You know, I did an interview when I worked a few years ago. I was in Wyoming, and then we went to Utah, and I was doing the same kind of thing I was doing in Louisiana. And one night, I went over to the laundromat with my laundry, obviously. Small town in the mountains and in Utah. And I got a phone call from somebody that wanted me to join him on his radio show. Would you be a guest tonight and debate some of this stuff? I said, sure, I'm doing laundry. So there I was, and he had me on live video as well. So I had my laptop set up with the camera pointed to the inside the laundromat, and I'm talking back over my shoulder at the computer and the camera, and I'm putting in dark load up here and a light load up here. Yeah, I'm sophisticated enough to know how to divide my laundry. And so I was doing my laundry through the whole interview. And he introduced me that night, and he said, you're in a unique situation tonight. And I said, yeah, I'm doing my laundry. It was kind of last minute call for the interview, but I'm here. If you can handle me doing my laundry, we'll do the interview. So there you go, Steph. I've been there too, doing my laundry during a show. And let's see, you here back on the new place, Commander? Yes, Matt Finn. She gave it to us. She said, if you want it, it's yours. She didn't even run a check, and she gave it to us. Run a check on us, a background check. I think she liked our family. And so we told her everything about us, what we do, and all of that stuff. And the kids were all there, and they were all choosing their bedrooms and stuff like that. So we got the new place. So we'll be giving our notice here. Our lease is technically up at the end of this month. And so we haven't renewed the lease. So we're going to talk to him and say, here's the deal. So there you go. And so, yeah, we'll be moving at the end of the month. That'll be exciting. You know, I'm not excited about moving. I'm excited about the new place because it's bigger, more spacious. The studio that you see here, I wish I could show you the whole thing. If I turned the computer to show you the whole room, I'd knock all my drives in the back off the desk. So I can't do that. But trust me, this is your typical, what is it, about 14 by 10-foot room, bedroom in a house. And the room we'll be setting up the studios in, Rainey's and mine, is probably about 25 by 18 to 20. So it's a nice big room. And so it'll be fantastic to get set up down there. And so I'm looking forward to it. Steph says, I wish I was still in South Dakota. I bet it would be beautiful out there. I did see a couple when I was out there. So I'm not sure what I'm missing there about South Dakota. So South Dakota is beautiful. And Dave prepared the fish to our liking. As a matter of fact, I was going to take pictures, and we didn't even get to the pictures. He actually put on his white chef coat, double-breasted chef coat. And he came in and was working on it all afternoon. He made a rice and spinach dish, and he also did up some of the reindeer sausage that we had, a couple of different kinds, and mixed them in and made a dish out of that. And Dave prepared the fish 4 different ways, steamed them and did other things to them, different spices, so everybody could try a little different version of it. So it was actually really good and fantastic. And I just came from eating that. So if I belch a little bit now and then, you know where that's coming from. So, yeah, we had a great time. The meteor showers are next couple of nights in South Dakota. That's right. I have heard about that. I think I have. If I haven't, I'm making that shit up. I have Roger. That old timer was based. Not sure what I'm missing there. Yeah, I can look back. So anyway, thank you everybody for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate your taking your time to come in here and spend it here with me. And there's something I wanted to go into first. And once again, I left it in the other room. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my mic on mute. I'm going to walk out. You got about 30 seconds to talk amongst yourselves. And I'll be right back. Consider this station identification. You're listening to the Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts right here in the Odyssey Radio Network and YouTube / Mr. Scotty Roberts. Boom. There it is. Station identifier. Be right back. There. Actually, Chef Dave is coming to join us. And so he grabbed my book for me. There's a stool there, Chef Dave, if you need it. Thank you, Chef.
Your book, sir.
Thank you, thank you. So Chef Dave prepared the fish for us. You prepared that 4 different ways. What did you do? What were the different ways that you did that?
Oh, well, one was a pink salmon. One was a sockeye, I believe. It's kind of hard to tell once they're all deheaded and everything.
Yes.
But I pan-seared those. And we steamed a couple with lemon and pepper and good things.
Right on. Now, I heard up there that they say in Alaska that the sockeye is cat food or dog food, they call it.
No, it's the pink salmon. The pink salmon.
The pink salmon is. Yeah, it's the other way around. Okay. So it was good stuff. Matt Finn says, thanks for making me hungry, Uncle Dave. So Dave Potter will now forevermore in this chat room be known as Uncle Dave.
Yeah.
So
Last night they were referring to me as Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave, there it is.
Happens.
So it was a fantastic meal. Thank you very much for your time and your effort and all of that good stuff.
Just bill you.
And just take some fish with you. What do we got left? About 80 pounds?
A lot.
So a lot. So we started with 86 pounds. So there you go. And Matthew Sainsbury, you've been gone for a few days. Rainey came back from Alaska. She caught with her bare hands 86 pounds of salmon.
Like a mama bear. Just
out. Yep. And she bit their necks. Kill them. And then freeze packed them, filleted them first. And freeze packed them.
And reindeer. We ate some tasty reindeer.
We had some tasty. Was that Donner or Blitzen?
I told that little.
Yeah. I told you if you can't lead my sleigh, somebody will be eating you as sausage.
I'll fry that red nose of yours.
That's right. And so, and the kids, they all saw the sausage and they were like, they took a couple of pieces and we go, hey, that's reindeer. Hey, come on in, Brianna. Bree is here. Make room for Bree. She can stand by me. So here's Bree.
A talented, trained, skilled sous chef.
Yes. She's a sous chef. And so she helped us out.
Yes, a little bit.
So John and Bree were over eating with us and prepping food with us. And then she had to take a little one back and put her to bed. So John's over there tending to the small child for a bit.
Yes.
What's nice is they're so close, they can, once the child's asleep, they set up the camera and they come over here and they keep it up on their phone. And so if the child moves, well, here, I'm going to move this. Speaking of moving, I'm going to move that so we can actually see you a little bit better. There we go. And so what did this say? I just saw somebody say something about Rainey. I think she's here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Oh, and Matt, hello.
Steve, Rainey could win if she had to fight a squatch for a salmon. You're telling me. Dave, you know Rainey.
Yeah.
Dave's known her as long as I have known her.
Never crossed the ring.
Dave knew her before we were dating. And she knew the guy that she used to date. Putz, sorry if you're listening, Adam. I just, So, not as cool as me. I went out in the cool category. And she came with me. Multiple times. Boom.
What?
Nothing. So, there you go. So, we've been drinking.
Cool as in cold fish, I think is what he's doing.
Yeah. And she stayed. So, we came over. We were all drinking beers. Did you have your cider?
No, I did not yet.
Did you have your fat tire?
I did not yet.
Did you have your taste of anything?
Salmon.
Oh, salmon. She had
and the
salmon.
rice. It was really good.
And John had the Mick Goldens. I don't drink Mick Golden. Sorry, no offense. Sorry, no offense to your class.
It's really good.
Dave and I had Guinness. And Chef Dave, I should say. So it was very good. Field B got your tongue, says Matt Finn. Hey, David Castle. Good to see you. Hey, Barbie D and Morgan Snow. Good to see you as well.
Hey, Barb.
And so the chat room is full of regulars now.
It is.
Oh, I thought that was Rainy.
How's your eye?
I'm not sure if there's room for you over here. Little tiny, that's Rowan. What'd you get in your eye?
Teabag.
Tea bag in the eye.
Yeah, they dropped a tea bag in my eye when I was laying.
Dave. She's not old enough for that yet.
It was your wife
So-
that did it.
Oh, my wife did it.
Yeah.
Well, that
Hi.
makes sense.
Say hi.
After
Hi.
Flynn almost broke her nose today.
Yeah.
You
Ow.
can see
I don't
that.
think it hurts enough. Does
No.
it still hurt?
Here, does this hurt? If this doesn't hurt, it's not broken. So, no, Flynn whacked her across the face with something. Some kind of
Is it the
stick.
fly swatter?
No, it was a stick.
He locked me with the broom.
Oh, broom handle. That's nothing.
I'm not laughing, I promise.
I got beat with a broom
Yeah, you
handle all
are.
the time.
When I was your age, my
When
dad beat me with a...
He took off his peg leg and beat me senseless. Oh, I still have splinters in me cheek.
That's what you get.
Every morning or so. Push it and out pops a splinter.
My dad
away.
used to keel-haul me for being late to school.
Keelhaul.
Which made me miss school entirely, so I was late.
That's right. That's right. So there we go. That's what's going on over at our household tonight. To segue this into a good segment for the show. This
Human
is
sacrifice. Let's do human sacrifice.
Human sacrifice, Taker.
I
are.
want to be sacrificed.
No, it's
Ready?
I want to be sacrificed. I want to be. And then she'll say, don't listen to them. It's not me talking. It's his hand. So, and so we had a good time tonight, chefing, I suppose, covering the ways to prepare salmon. Was a brief little segue. The kinds of beer. What would you say is the best alcoholic drink to drink with salmon? Let's see.
The
White
cider
wine.
was rather nice.
Let's
White wine.
let's channel Captain Morgan. Captain Morgan, what's the best thing to drink with salmon?
Rum.
Rum.
I say white wine.
White wine?
Mhm.
You drink how gauche? You would drink white wine with red fish?
It's pink fish.
Pink fish. Would
Yeah,
that be
Dad.
Chardonnay?
What kind of wine did you have?
Yeah.
So it goes, I know the kind of wine she has. The kind of wine she has is I want cake! I don't like the sausage!
That was Ellery.
It's Rudolph!
That
Yep.
was Ellery. And
Santa
Haley.
did it.
So whoever. So there's our show. Thank you for joining us on Culinary Delights with Chef Dave, also Chef Bree, and Scotty Roberts, Chef Critic. And so what to drink with your next pink fish? Catch us next time when we're going to look into the best type of liqueur to drink next to your reindeer sausage.
I did
So
not
stay
try that
tuned
yet.
for next show.
I have to.
Didn't you try the reindeer
I
sausage?
ate the last
didn't.
2 pieces.
I have it still on my plate.
Oh, okay,
so-
okay. Oh, you got some.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also have caribou meat. It's ground into burger, but we didn't do any of that up tonight. So that was very good.
Has
So-
Packy jumped on yet? He
Have,
thinks-
have we what?
Has
Has
Packy?
Packy jumped on you?
I haven't seen Packy yet.
I-
Packy is John.
I told him I was just gonna come in to grab the bacon.
He's
rice.
Brianna's kept man. So kept husband. You know, that's how they keep us. You know, they domesticate us.
Which one of you is
So-
pinching me? You.
Uncle Dave wouldn't pinch
What are you
you.
talking about?
It's Bob.
It's Bob.
Yeah, it's Bob.
Okay. You are hidden by the ads over here, you see. To get closer to Chef Dave. Chef Dave, you okay with that?
Yeah, whatever. It happens all the
Yeah,
time.
sure. And so there was our night. There's Big John, or is Big John here? I haven't seen him yet, guys. So if he tunes in, he'll say hello. And I didn't want to free for all here tonight, but
We've got a topic to
just
do.
kind of hoping
Yeah.
Rainey could come in and say hi with everybody else.
We're doing dishes.
Oh, doing
Domestic
dishes?
Chefs don't cook.
Oh
Berkeley.
yeah. That's chefs don't do dishes.
I'm just looking. Sorry.
I don't see Packy.
I don't see him in there. This one's more current than that one by about 30 seconds. So
Well,
I
because
don't.
I was looking because this went up further. So
Here we can just scroll back. I don't see Packy in here. That's John.
Packy, if you're here,
So-
say hello.
If you're here, type a hello to your lovely wife, who's here in the studio with Chef Dave and me. So
yeah.
why don't you go get Rainey? Tell her to come in for a minute and say hi.
Rainy.
I could have done that. What are you, one of my kids? That's
Yeah, pops.
Thank you.
Could be.
Rainy.
Could
I'm
be
gonna
one of
do
my
that.
kids.
You're supposed to come by.
With you, Bree. You two got to be here.
She's doing
So-
dishes. I'm getting the kitchen
She's
clean.
doing
Either
dishes.
Dishes or cribbage. I don't know.
Dishes or cribbage.
Yeah.
I don't play cribbage. It's like an old people's game. So I can't play that. Who got hypnotized? John got hypnotized, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know, Steph.
What are they saying here? Maybe he got hypnotized. I have no idea. So
Who's that?
Minxie, she's beautiful. I hear you, Minxie. She's beautiful.
Oh, I remember this.
Dave made that. Here, hand that over. There's actually the Tam O'Hare one. When we did the readings of Tam O'Hare on the stage at the Renaissance Festival, There was going to be a sword fight, and Dave was playing one of the characters.
That character.
This character. And Dave came in one day and he said, I made some masks for your characters. And he made them out of leather. There's the inside. And he cut them out of leather, got it wet and molded it. And then I took and painted the character faces on it. This one is Martin Frobisher. This is the ferret who is the English sea captain.
Where's Tam?
So Tam is in a crate out there.
Here, how about you be
So
me?
Tam never made it into the house. So this is one of the captains. And so Dave was this character, and another friend who's a swordsman was
Wayne Grimmer.
Wayne Grimmer was the was
There's
Tam
photographs
O'Hare.
out there on your site.
And they fought in these with swords on stage. So that's one of the masks. I need to talk to you about how to treat those. Those things are what? 2007. So those things are 14 years old, and I want to make sure the leather doesn't ever crack on those.
It really feels good.
It feels pretty supple for as old as it is. So what are we looking for?
I was looking up here again.
Just any kind of alcohol, says Steph. So there you go.
To drink plenty of rum. You put them on and you drink the rum, and
yes, you personify.
No, I was
So-
really confused by one of the comments. I don't
What
know
were they
it is.
saying? Field Roberts, says Matt Finn. Not sure what that's about. So I'm missing some of the comments, but that's okay. I see Michelle McFree must
This
be in
one.
here.
I was confused by that.
Oh, Ella, I hear you, Minxie. Oh, Minxie is Matt Finn. That's what Steph
Ah.
calls Matt Finn.
Okay.
If I got that right, that is Matt Finn. You call Minxie, correct?
I want this hat.
Which hat? Would you like it? You put it on. I would very much like to see you in this hat. Here we go. Brianna in the hat.
Whoa.
Boom. Needs to be a little tighter on your head. There you go.
If I can get it.
That's my Trump 2020 hat. That is a collector's item, you know.
Yeah.
It's worth a lot of money.
I'll give you $1.
$1? Okay. You drive a hard bargain. Here's mine. Boom.
Yeah.
There you go. My MAGA hat. I wore this out in public. Nobody ever gave me shit about nothing.
Oh, I'm sure they would
So,
give me shit.
Oh, sure
Especially
they would.
when I get out of my truck.
Yeah?
It's not that loud,
So-
but it's louder.
Louder.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you think? Folks, what should I charge her for that hat?
Matt.
You put it in there. Matt
What
Finn.
did Matt say?
He says, I was saying feel way here and was hypnotized by Brianna and her assets. Oh, and maybe he wasn't at, you mean those assets? She's going to do
Don't
some,
look.
she's going to do some posing for us, as a matter of fact, for some of the shirts on Etsy.
Mhm.
We're going to set up a photo
Is
shoot.
that a spider bra breeze?
So is
No,
that, I was going to ask
It's
you,
a tank top, actually.
that's a tank top
It
under that?
is. It is.
There you go. What
It's
do
a
I know?
tan-colored tank top. I have a black one too.
On?
No.
No, because I saw a little
That's my
black
bra.
nipping out,
That's my
sticking out there.
Really? Really?
Freudian slip, anyone?
God.
So that's all right. Yes, feign your disgust. So yeah, she and Rainey get along great. So
She's my
they
wife.
compared bras. Good Lord, man, know your audience. Exactly. Who's your friend? Said Scott Allen. She's my married friend. Sorry to say, Scott Allen. This is Brianna. She and John live across the street from us. And they got two little girls who play with my little girls. And they're over here all the time. So we hang out. So she came. She dressed up nice because we were having a dinner with all the family over.
Yeah.
So there you go.
No, Steph, it's not. It's a tank top.
What'd she say? No, the bra is a 10. No, the bra.
No, the
that
bra-
thing.
bra
the
is
bra's
black.
black. I can see it. I mean, I don't have to ogle her with my eyes to tell she got a black bra on. So it's because I'm here. But, there is that certain thing that a woman will dress like this in front of guys. And John and I, we're pigs. We admit it. We freely admit it. We're just guys, red-blooded American males. And Bree will come over like this, or Rainey will wear something like that. And, we're just like, okay, I'm going to get this out of the way right now so you don't have to catch me looking. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it out of the way.
Well,
and now
and
it's
I
out of my
normally
system.
don't even dress up. I'm in sweat.
You don't. Yeah, you come over in sweatshirts, hoodies, T-shirts, all of that.
Sweatpants.
So sweatpants. And there you go. So I'm looking forward to the photo shoot. Where's Rainey?
She's doing dishes or playing cribbage.
Whatever's more important, I guess. Her mom and stepdad are here. It's like,
Mhm.
they're more important than being on the show. So there you go. All right, we got 9:29.
Yeah.
So I think,
I should probably
not
go
that I
back.
want to kick you out, but I think I'm going to move on with the topic since fine. So thanks for coming in, Hollywood. I appreciate that.
Adios, everybody.
See you later.
See you in the chat.
All right. Have fun.
Yes.
All right, folks. That was Bree Learman of John and Bree fame. So always a pleasure, says Matt Finn. Yes, it is. And so they come and hang out, and most of the time. And just come over to the front patio. We all sit and hang out and talk. So get the kids to go to bed, and adults can sit out in the front and chat like adults. So I'm sure Bree will appreciate that, everybody. Bye, Bree, they're all saying. And so that's good. Now, I wanted to break into giving you a little more of this book from the authoritarian moment, but I'm not going to do that tonight since we used up a lot of that spare time doing Bree and Dave and Chef Dave, Uncle Dave Potter. And so I think we're just going to take off now. Now it's the bottom of the hour. And so let's spend the last half hour seeing if we can get through this topic tonight, talking about prayer and meditation and energy, and see where we left off. And remember, I said what we were going to do here is that there are arguments against trying to blend the Christian and the pagan understandings of prayer, of meditation, of energy, of magic. Remember, we talked about how, like, even in energy, the Christian view is, generally speaking, has something to do with, we got Uncle Dave coming back in.
Just go
Let's
on.
see. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
And so the Christian point of view about energy is that it's the Holy Spirit. That's the energy that exists in the believer's life, the religious person's life. Ah, thank you. And the as far as magic goes, the Christian perspective on magic, it never uses that word for the most part, because magic is considered to be something that's evil. It's not of God. It's something that is something that, Big Dave's like, the power of God is against that. We need to rely on the power of God, is the idea. And there was a little article I came across, and I wanted to share some stuff with you on this point in particular, how the ancient world invoked the dead to help the living. Now, this is what we do. Don't we ask, when we pray in Christianity, we ask for Jesus to help us or God to help us. Surround us with your angels, we ask. The book of Hebrews in the New Testament says, seeing as we are encompassed about or surrounded with so great a cloud of witnesses that have gone on before us, let us live to do the right things, and so on. And it goes into what the passage context is. And so there's all these things that Christianity has. We invoke the dead in different ways in Christianity. But this was an article that was written more about, I think, Halloween, but relating to the things we do at Halloween. And though it might seem as if Halloween is this modern con trick that's designed to get us to spend our hard-earned cash on American celebration, this isn't the case. In fact, dressing up knocking on neighbors' doors, asking for food or candy now at this time of year is a very old tradition. And communities in the British Isles were taking part in similar rituals as far back as the 16th century. They went back for Halloween rituals, even though Samhain goes back much, much further than that, many centuries prior to that. And so for centuries, people have believed that this was a time when the boundary between our world and the spirit world became permeable. You could break through it. This Halloween time, this harvest time, October 31st. Terrifying outfits and specific rituals, these were all designed and used to ward off or appease evil spirits roaming the earth all around All Hallows Eve. But evidence has also been found of ordinary people as early as the times of the ancient Greeks and the Romans. You're talking 3rd and 4th century BCE, using magical incantations throughout the year to call on those who have departed in order to help the living. And though the Romans certainly invoked spirits for aid, they also felt the need to placate the dead. And this was adopted and carried over into Christianity. And I'll tell you some ways it was done. According to the Roman poet Ovid, or Ovid, if you want to say it that way, at the Lemuria festival in May, the pater familias, that is the head of the household, he walked around the house at midnight, throwing black beans on the floor to pacify any ancestral spirits who might be vengeful because they'd not been buried. The Romans thus had similar concerns regarding angry spirits. But like the Greeks, they also saw the use of those vengeful dead in their daily quest for happiness. And there were ancient incantations that were told. The Greeks and the Romans were as anxious about their own health and happiness as we are today. They wanted to be healthy. They wanted to be happy. I mean, look at the statues, the epitome, the archetypes of the Greek archetype of what the body is to look like, and so on. And so they had these archetypes that they wanted to match. And other more private, sometimes questionable approaches were tried by these ancients. And such practices became labeled as magic as early as the 5th century BCE. We're talking 5th century BCE, you're into the 600s BCE. So you're talking 2,600 years ago. Now, magic was big business for the ancients. And by the way, it goes back further than the 6th century. There were these things going on in ancient Egypt 3,500 years ago and 4,000 years ago. And so though its professionals were often accused of being charlatans who were only after the customer's money, magic thrived throughout antiquity. Spells were used for various purposes. Erotic spells, for example, to attract someone to control your love interest. Those were very popular. But they were also used to confound an opponent's speech in court, to make the horses you bet on win in the races, or curse a thief who stole your money. You know, I'm going to tell you something. I'll confide something in you here. When my ex-wife and I, 20 years ago, were in court over custody issues, I was very much in the Christian church, still in the evangelical free church. And I got to tell you something. I uttered a spell that I believed was an honest spell. It was something to invoke the Spirit of God, to invoke the other spirits, to come to my aid. And it was all about not so much confounding the tongue as that spell. This is what made me think of this. It was a spell to say, may there be clarity understood by the judge. Give the judge understanding. Give the judge discernment. Let the judge dole out justice. Not necessarily things we all deserve, but what is right and good. And I think I said something for my ex to be, let her dishonesty be uncovered. Let her lying be uncovered. Let her words and actions confound her words. The things that she's engaging in, and then I don't remember what the exact spell was, but I was burning incense. There was a little oil, and there was a burning of the things I wrote down, and so on. And so I cast this spell. It was a spell seeking justice, seeking good judgment, seeking discretion, or not discretion, discernment, and all of these things. And as it ended up, I ended up winning sole custody of my kids that day. So the perceived success or failure of magic spells depended on the precise combination execution of the spell, the ingredients used, the ritual. And of paramount importance in the casting of a spell was acquiring assistance from the right supernatural entity. Now, many people invoke the gods Zeus or Jupiter, archangels or demons, such as the terrifying Abraxas. But the angry dead often offered equal protection and equal potential. The Greeks and the Romans believed that those who had gone on before us, those who had died before their time, such as children or soldiers, were particularly restless and likely to offer their help to us. And so lots of these spells were written on lead tablets. And they've been found in or near graves and cemeteries. They're folded and often pierced several times. And so in a collection of spells called the Greek magical papyri, one spell instructs the person wishing to create a spell of attraction, to attract somebody to me. And it went like this. This is the written spell in a Greek magical papyrus. It says, "Go quickly to where someone lies buried. Spread a donkey's hide under him at about sunset. Return home and he will actually be present and will stand beside you on that night. Say, 'I adjure you, dead spirit, by the destiny of destinies, to come to me.' Insert your name, to come to me on this day, on this night, and agree to the active service of me. And if you don't, expect other chastisements." That was the spell. It's almost a threat in there, too. Then there was the unwilling dead. The reason the the chastisements are mentioned in the spell above is that the dead were not always willing assistants. And in his novel Metamorphosis, the Roman author Apuleius narrates how the Egyptian prophet Zachlus was able to make the corpse of a young man come to life again so he might tell his relatives who was his murderer. Now, once awake, however, the young man groaned, "Why, pray, do you restore me to the tasks of fleeting life? Desist now, I beg you, desist and leave me in peace." The young man finally succumbed to Zachlus' urging and informed his audience that his new bride had poisoned him. And the modern notion that those who've died before their time are eager to wreak havoc is thus not universally applicable. By means of the correct rituals, however, any spirit might be pacified or compelled to assist. The modern Western world likes to think of it as far removed from these Greek and Roman rituals, impervious to magical superstitions, and the restless dead confined to the cinema screen and Hollywood's costumes. But studying these past rituals helps us all to understand that these magic spells had a really powerful function for the ancients and tended to last for many centuries. And more than anything, it demonstrates that it is not the dead that need to be feared, but the living who conjure them for their own nefarious gain. So conjuring the dead, that was something we talked about a little earlier in the pagan Christianity. The magic that is used to do that, the spells that are cast to do that. And so I find that very interesting, the way they did this in the past. So whether the deity's involved or not, the idea is that focused intention in your prayers, in your meditations, in the energy you call on, in the magics you perform, focused intention can produce tangible results. And that's the whole thing of being visualization, intention, visualize, manifest, be awake, be aware. And so scientific studies on prayer and magic are conflicted. And a lot of it seems to be the powerful psychology of all this self-fulfilling prophecy that we put out there. But there are other studies that imply there might be more to it than just a placebo effect. Either way, for many pagan practitioners, the use of magic is one of the characteristic hallmarks of their faith. Using magic, using spells. Meditation is something that is used in both Christianity and paganism. Different kinds of meditation, but it's there. Energy, as we talked about last night, Christian sees it as the Holy Spirit, while in paganism, they believe that that is energy that you call up from within yourself, the divine energy that you possess. What do I see here? I see Brianna is back online over here. I did see Steph say something about me earlier. Thank you, love. I can't reply to the comment, unfortunately. I'm not sure what that was all about. I missed something. So hopefully that's all okay over there. So now, all in all, there are arguments against, as you already know, there's arguments against blending the Christian and the pagan understandings. And the arguments against are really varied, and it really kind of depends on the particular theology used by each. In general, Christians are leery of the idea that people can make a positive impact through the use of non-material energy. Although very few Christians would not allow for the possibility of supernatural intervention that defies explanation. So in general, pagans are more receptive of the idea that there are always ways of being beyond the current understanding of science, and that focused mental energy can and does have an impact in the world. Focused mental energy, spiritual energy. And it has an impact on the world around us. And in both cases, concerns need to be raised about charlatans, fakes, and cult-type leaders. And in both, there's a fine line between this idea of fatalism and free will that needs to be walked. And while theologically subtle, perhaps the largest difference between the two religions, paganism and Christianity, is whether or not humans are capable of good outside of divine intervention. Get that? That's one of the biggest points of difference. Are human beings capable of doing good and committing acts of spiritual energy outside divine intervention? Something we draw from within ourselves. Now, it's a quandary that's rendered unnecessary by the theology presented in this whole topic we're talking about. So I have some suggested theology. This is where we kind of left off last night. Everything I was just telling you was kind of recap, even though there was new information there. But prayer is agreed on by both religions as a vital way of connecting to the divine. So what this means, the means and the methods of prayer that we've already detailed are commonly used by both Christians and pagans. All that differs is the divine person or persons to whom the prayers are directed. Are you directing them to God and Jesus or the Holy Spirit or Mary or the saints? Or are you, and that's diverse within Christianity, or are you directing them to other entities, a god, a goddess, both, other gods, and so on? And so I tend to think, in my personal opinion, that the praying to Mary, praying to the saints, praying to angels, all of these things, this is all the Christian version of being able to feel comfortable with using the way the old religions did them, by praying to all the gods. We've now said there's only one God, but we're going to make all these sub-gods that we're praying to, we're going to make those into the saints That'll be the angels. That'll be Mary. That'll be all these people that we venerate these individuals. And we use them to say we can pray to them. And so whatever is loving is God. Whatever's not loving is sin, in the sense of missing the mark or failing to live. That's what this stuff tells you. Now,
That's right.
here's my luscious, wonderful, lovely wife. How you doing? She's got the archaeology shirt on tonight. Boom, boom, archaeology.
It's a large. It's a little too big today.
It's a little too big on her. But I was hoping to get you back here with Bree.
Yeah.
You guys are going to hang out.
I was playing cribbage.
That's all right. Well, it's an old people's game.
Not as old as you. Do you even know how to play it? It might
No.
be older. It
No.
might not be as old as
I haven't gotten old enough to play cribbage yet.
Uh-huh.
So, did you have a good time tonight?
I did.
Is your family still here?
Yes.
Okay.
They're upstairs cleaning Flynn's room so he can go with to Grandma's.
Is he going to go with her tonight?
Yes.
I'll be there for a while. Well, hello, baby. Baby is sleeping now too, says Brianna.
Woohoo!
Do I hear Grandpa Pat or do I hear John out there?
John's back over.
John's back out there. So,
You coming back over, Bree?
Bree, you coming back over? Rennie wants to know.
Kids are sleeping.
So,
Not mine.
yeah, ours aren't sleeping yet.
No.
So, well,
The guys think Rowan's nose is broken.
oh, really?
Yeah.
You think it's broken?
I don't know.
We'll get that checked out. Brianna says she's coming back over. There
All
it
right.
is.
Woohoo!
So, well, hello.
I'm going to go back to the kitchen.
All
so
right.
can
I will
read her.
let you do that. I'm glad you just stopped in to say hi
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me and to everybody
Yeah.
else.
Hi, everybody.
And I've been doing a lot of smooching on her today. I don't know what's with that.
Because
Just kinda like her
He knows
today.
it grosses me out.
Oh, yeah.
I
it
hate,
grosses you out.
I hate germs. They're icky.
Oh, yeah. Germs. She doesn't like getting boy germs.
No.
Just give me a smooch. Lips.
Ew.
Lips.
Ew, germs. When's the
I
last
can't
time you
snap my
washed your
left hand.
face? Smell like old man.
Seriously. I smell like soap and lotion and beard oil and what else? I had a little cologne on today, and I probably smell like fish and caribou right now. So,
Maybe reindeer.
how's your nose?
Me?
Yeah,
It's crooked. I don't know which way.
it's not crooked.
It is crooked. Look, it goes off to that way.
Oh,
See it?
you got a nose like this, so when you get a nose like that, you're gonna have to talk like this and say, "Yo, yeah, you know, I used to knock my brother out, but then he punched me in the nose, and now I got a broken nose."
You got 9 minutes left. I'm gonna leave you to it. Good night.
Wow, rush away. Why don't you?
Bree's coming over.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Ro. Let's see your nose. Here, let's see your nose. There you go.
Wait,
Here.
look it.
Hold still.
Ow.
There's. I'm not even
It's
touching
gonna
you.
hurt if you touch me.
I'm not going to touch it. There's a line going right across there. And you're getting a
Ow,
little bit
that
dark
hurts down
down under
there.
there. Maybe she did. Maybe she did crack her nose.
One cracked her nose. Were you not out there for that?
Yeah, I was there.
This is
Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
All right. So there it is. She saw your comments, but she got out of here. She boogied out. So she still got family here, and we got kids still up, and John and Bree are coming over. John's here already. Oh, look at that. There's John right now. So I'll have John come over. How you
going,
doing, brother?
everybody?
How's
How we doing tonight?
it shaking?
Anything crazy going on in the chat?
No, nothing too crazy.
No?
Scott Allen Flynn was messing around with her and hit her in the face with something, a stick of some kind, a broom handle or something. And we heard her scream, and we thought, oh, it's typical. The kids are screaming and fighting. Everybody shut up. And then she right away, she got that little line going across her nose, and it's a little dark right in here.
It does look a little bit crooked.
It
I
looks a
asked
little
her-
bit crooked.
I asked her if she could smell around corners with that thing.
Nice. So anyway, Bing, John, there he is. Yeah. So Brianna's kept man. So Brianna's here already.
No, she's back.
Oh,
at the house.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, she's
So she's going to come and hang
she's
with
getting
Ray.
Haley in bed.
Oh,
Oh,
guess
there
who's
she is.
here?
Yeah.
Speak of the devil. Speak of the succubus. Speak of the she-devil. Here, move this way, everybody, so you can get in the picture. There you go. There she is.
Jacket on now.
Is it cold outside?
No.
Oh,
I
She's
was
just
cold.
freeze, baby.
oh,
No, I
freeze,
was in
baby.
cold.
The
I
air
was
conditioning
cold
here is
inside the
cold.
house.
That's cold in here. Air conditioning, ceiling fan spinning, and so on. So that's Bing, John Bro.
That
Big,
is-
oh, Big
Big.
John, Big John. I can read well. So say it slow and deep and you'll get it. So, slow and deep and you'll get it. I just say it harder. So there you
That's
go.
what she said.
That's what she said. So what did Matthew say? I've heard that a girl and her two cousins, I believe, her name was Locha, I believe, saw the Virgin Mary at Fatima. Yeah, the whole Fatima thing. Yeah, where their crucifixes turned to gold and all that. And yeah, I've heard about that. And so what is that when that kind of shit happens? What's really going on is the big question. So I think a good point to take with us tonight, this whole thing on prayer and meditation and energy, and there's more to it than we have time to really devote to it tonight. But and we'll get into it again tomorrow. Trust
That's our
me.
fault.
That's their fault. I won't throw them under the bus, but it's their fault.
Well, normally we just do this on Fridays, but
That's right. That's right. Barbie D, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to call it a night, and I'll enjoy the company because we've really only got about 3.5 minutes left of the show, something like that. And so tomorrow we'll pick up more on the prayer, the meditation, the energy. We'll wrap that topic, and there's some other topics we're going to start getting into that I think will be very interesting.
Colors. I can talk on that one.
I want to hang. John is like, colors. Teach me colors. And I said,
can teach you that.
I'll bet you can. And look, there's an entendre there, and doesn't even make sense. So, but we'll teach you days of the week and the months of the
Sunday,
year.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
See how these people mess with my show? You're... Careful,
I'm not
careful.
touching you.
Not touching you. She's touching me, John. She's getting close to touching me, John. Back her up. Back her up.
All right. Where's Rainey?
All right. All right, you guys. Tomorrow night we'll be back with a little more on this topic. We'll try to get a little deeper. You noticed our shows in the last few weeks. Maybe this started because Rainey was out of town and it was weird around here. But we did a lot of we've been drifting off a lot of topic. So I'm trying to offer other information, have friends show up, have family show up, and then get into the topic of the night. So it's all right with y'all, isn't it? I hope you're all getting something good out of these shows. That it means something. Look at Christo-Paganism, how those things can blend. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about how they intrinsically blend on these four things. On prayer and meditation and energy and magic. How do you make them blend? And so we're gonna do that. We have a lot of fun. All is good, says Matt Finn. Thanks, Matt Finn. Good to see you, Master Finn. And so everybody, here we go. Guess what? It's 9:57, and we are right down here, smack at the end of the show. And so I want to thank you all for coming in, giving me your time.
Who is it?
And spending it here with me.
I believe
Somebody else is walking in. Shh.
We'll be right up.
I can't
2 minutes. Well, then go to the bathroom.
All right, here we go. So, folks, you know what? Live long and prosper, and I'll see you all tomorrow night.
You're listening to the Intrepid radio program with Scotty Roberts. Intelligent talk.